Hi, my name's John McGee and I'm also known as Mr Consequence, and I'm the co-founder of Streets UK alongside my business partner David Dunn. Just over 3 years ago we decided to put something back into the local community, and we brought together our own charity, Streets of Blackburn, and we formed Streets UK. Since then we've designed 3 programmes, one being the Wise Monkey programme, the Chapters programme and the Invest in the Best programme. And we're working in partnership with all the secondary schools and up until recently all the primary schools in Blackburn with Darwin. Currently at the moment we've been running a programme called the Wise Monkey programme, and the Wise Monkey programme is designed to help young people understand the importance of education and the consequences of risk-taking behaviour. We're just currently working in partnership with Blackburn Rovers Community Trust, and we've been running a number of programmes down at the Trust. And the programme is designed to help young people to get the most out of their education, but to also know about the consequences of risk-taking behaviour when out in the community. What we aim to do with the programme is, the first exercise we do is we build rapport with the group, so it's to understand the children's world.
Good morning, children.
Good morning, Mr. Consequence. Good morning, everybody.
And how are you feeling this morning?
Fine!
So Streets is an acronym which means it stands for something. So do you want me to tell you what each letter stands for? Streets. It stands for sports, to radically educate everyone to succeed. And once we've done this, and we move into the first model, which is called the Consequence Corner. And this model is designed to help children get the most in a learning environment, but most of all to teach the children about respect. So the first part of the model, or the metaphor, is to act big and strong.
Right, this is the Consequence Corner. So can I ask you now to put big and strong? I want you to write big and strong, eyes, ears and mouth on your sheets. So if I'm up here and I'm talking about stuff, I want you to be looking at me. I want you to be listening, because what I'm going to talk to you about is very serious stuff, and it's for you. And then you go, what, Mr. Consequence? Yeah, I know, yeah. What was the question then? They know. Well, why do I not know? If I'm like this? Or I'm like this, led down in class, that is, watch. Yeah, last night, didn't go to bed till 8:30, 9 o'clock, I don't know. What, sir? What? If I do that, or you do that, are you learning? And this is your future, isn't it? This is your life, isn't it? It's not mine. So, if you pay more attention, you're going to learn more.
One thing that's really stood out to me is the Consequence Corner game, where the children have to decide which corner they go to a particular question.
So who's up for having a bit of fun? Me! Who's up for a bit of Consequence Corner activity? Well, let's have it. Stand up, chairs behind please. If your friends tell you something, it's okay for you to repeat it to somebody else. Choose a corner. Give me an example from this corner. Yes, please.
So if your friend tells you a secret, you should repeat it to another friend.
Oh, that's a good one.
If someone tells you a secret and they say to you, you promised me you won't tell no one, and you can't break their promise and go tell someone, because a secret is a secret, you can't tell everyone a secret.
So think about secrets. So some of you have said that if somebody tells you a secret, you shouldn't tell. You should never tell. So my question for Mr. Consequence is this. If one of your friends tells you a secret to keep, but it could hurt or put somebody else at harm or at risk, would you tell a teacher or an adult? If people respect you, they will like you. Choose a corner. Yes, please. Fantastic. Nice and loud.
If you treat other people, then they give you respect and they like you and we like you.
That's a really good answer, yeah. He says that if you treat people with respect, most times you'll get respect back.
And they all have to make up their own minds, which I think is fantastic, because it makes them be more individual. It makes them respect their own decisions, and the debates it creates are just wonderful. You know, they really get into it.
Witnessing somebody being bullied is just as bad as bullying them yourself.
Sir, because bullies, they want like an audience to watch them, sir, because then they bully. So, and if you're watching them, sir, then that'll make them bully even more.
Okay.
If you get bullied, yeah, and people watch you and people start laughing at you, you might want to bully someone else because they proper start laughing at you before when you got bullied.
So can you tell me a little bit more about the consequence corner and what the consequence corner is about?
You had to give us a statement, and we had to be our own beliefs to which corner we should go to. So we shouldn't follow our friends because we should do the right thing, what we know. And so mostly we had to go to a corner where we had to answer questions and see if we got the question right.
Not to go off my friends' beliefs, but to go off my own beliefs.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
And there was agree to an extent, somewhat disagree, and completely disagree.
Second is the moody meter, and the moody meter is designed on a level from 1 to 10, and it's to help the children to understand the many different levels of emotions. So if they was on a 1, they may feel sad, and if they was on a 10, they'd be fantastic. The really, really interesting thing about this model is to help the children understand that if they're feeling low, what they can do to raise their level of emotion. And by doing this, they can learn more in an education setting.
Yes, you can wake up upset one day, but it's how you're going to get from morning, maybe to the afternoon, of how you're going to get from upset to being fantastic. And the great thing about John is he's putting things into place and making young people or young adults to actually see that, yeah, you can wake up upset, but by the morning's finish, you can feel fantastic by just doing little small things like opening doors for people, learning, being nice to your teacher, putting a smile on your face.
Just describe to me what the moody meter is all about and what it represents.
That we can sometimes be on a low mood and sometimes we can be high and fantastic.
Say if somebody praises you by doing good work, so you might be on a number 10 on the moody meter, which is fantastic.
How do you feel? Like if I'm feeling sad today, that might help me to go to the fantastic on number 10.
And then following on from that, we introduce the monkeys. The first of the monkeys is the speaking monkey. Can you tell me a little bit more about the speaking monkey?
The speaking monkey likes children who speak in a good way by using manners, and he dislikes people who use naughty words because they will be punished, and he doesn't want people to be punished.
And then we went on to the listening monkey. Can you tell me a little bit more about what the listening monkey likes and dislikes?
He likes to listen people say nice things to each other, and he doesn't like saying mean things to each other. He doesn't like people saying rude things to each other and fighting.
And then we talked about the seeing monkey. Can you tell me a little bit more about the seeing monkey's likes and dislikes?
He likes children who he sees, when he sees somebody doing good, like playing nicely together or helping out, and that's what he likes. He gets happy, and on the moody meter he's probably on a 10. And when he dislikes children who are falling out and misbehaving.
And then we talked about the moody monkey, what the moody monkey likes and what he dislikes.
The moody monkey likes people to be in good moods and he dislikes people to be in bad moods.
And then we talked about the wise monkey, and the wise monkey is the wisest of all the monkeys.
The wise monkey has all of what the other monkeys have. So he has the seeing monkey, the speaking monkey, the listening monkey, and the moody monkey.
The wise monkey is the wisest monkey of them all because he has all the attributes of all the monkeys and demonstrates to the children for them to think about the consequences of their actions before they make any given choice.
After only 2 sessions, I saw the Wise Monkey programme having a positive impact in the classroom.
What does monkey see, monkey do mean?
The Activate strategy, which initiates good behaviour and listening skills, has been really effective, and already the majority of children will be responding to that in the classroom. In addition to that, the empathy that I've seen children showing for each other has really improved. Children are now thinking before they act and before they say things to each other and really caring about each other's feelings. So far everything's been great, and I just hope they keep it up for the rest of the year.
And coming to the end of the programme on the Wise Monkey programme, the children learn about the consequences of bullying and most of all, the consequences of peer pressure.
It's my mission to help you understand the consequences of making the right choice and to exercise the power of no.
Come on Husnain, take this, it's nice and juicy.
It'll mess up your future.
How it messes his future up? It's only as colourful lolly.
Okay, so the power of no is a really powerful lesson plan as well as the rest. And what we tend to do in this exercise is we do a lot of role play with the children so they can describe their world. So we use a lollipop and we aim for the other child to be tempted by taking the lollipop, so they have a devil and an angel on one side, and what they're doing their best to do is to try and make the child take the lollipop, but it's really important that they don't.
No, I wouldn't take the risk.
It's all your mates and my mates have took it.
I might get addicted to it.
You probably get addicted to it because it's so colourful and your parents won't like you anymore because you'll be too hyper for them to control you.
No one's got addicted to it, it's just so nice.
You're not true mate, are you, if you're forcing me to do something?
You're not in the gang if you don't take it. All our mates have taken it. Everyone's taken it, except from you. You're the chicken if you don't.
It'll mess up your future. You won't be able to what you want to be, so just walk away and say no.
That's my mates, not me. And I'm going to say that I'm going to use the power of no buy.
What we're demonstrating from this lesson plan is when the children are out in the communities to make the right choices, when they're faced with many difficult choices, whether it be in a school or out in the community or wherever they're hanging about with their free time. And the important part of this lesson plan is for the children to say no, to use the power of no and to make the right choice.
Remember I talked about gangs and nearly going to jail? How crazy was that? And I don't want that to happen to anybody in here. I want you to go to university. I want you to get the best job. I want you to get an apprenticeship. And most of all, I want you to enjoy your education because it's so important. And I want you to get some good grades.
Basically, I've been working on the streets education programme with working under John McGee. Found the programme to be very beneficial to the children who have took part in the programme. What I find really good is that they get the chance of doing both sport and educational, and it's very easily delivered and can be very easily delivered into other schools. The sports side for me as a coach at Blackburn Rovers Community Trust, I find is very beneficial. It gets them enjoying it and reward for the session that's happened before, because we normally do the sports side after the lesson. Also, we've also took groups around the ground and stadium tour as a reward for the children's behaviour and whatnot, and also at the end the really pleasing thing for me is they are rewarded with AQA accreditation, which is I think very good to put on anyone's CV.
I'd just like to thank most of all my children, Millie and Lucas. I'm thankful for them for sharing their world with me, which has benefited the programme because after all they are young children. I'd also like to thank my right hand man David Dunn. I'd also like to thank Gary Watson for all his hard work, his efforts, his time and his contribution to designing all the programmes for streets. And most of all I'd like to thank all the secondary schools, all the primary schools, the college and training providers for believing in myself and David to bring this programme into the community to help young people understand the importance of education and the consequences of risk-taking behaviour.